What's poppin', world? I hope all is well. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that bell so you get notification anytime I go live and anytime I post a video. And if you've been here before and you know I'm about to put that fire out, go ahead and hit that like button so we can get to the algorithm and more people can see this content. And if any moment during this video you like what you're hearing, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Again, if you like what you're hearing, consider subscribing to the channel. We're growing fast. Come and be a part of a good, healthy community. Let's get into this. Today, we're going to review a couple of clips from the La P Flesh talk show. And at this point in the show, the panel was discussing whether women getting married was something that was a natural desire of theirs, or if this was something that the society has pushed onto them over the years. We're going to watch these clips, and I'm going to break this all the way down. Let's get into this.
Being completely honest, I said I will get married just because of the fact that I feel like honestly, I don't want to get married. I don't want to. If I could live this life and just like be happy within myself, I would. But because of the fact that I feel like people are like, you should get married now, blah, 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 I'm literally going to tell this person, hey, I think I don't mind marrying you now. And I really actually, the only reason why I say it, so, I'm not even going to get into that. Marriage is something that I feel like you should really just want to do and aren't doing it just because people are making you feel like you have to do it. I'm only going to get married for the sake of having a child because I want to see what, I'm like, okay, I don't mind getting pregnant and have a baby, I guess. Don't have anything loose. Why not?
Listen, hold on.
And I would prefer to be married. I would prefer to be married because I want to have like a structured household. That's literally the only reason. So it's like I don't really want to do it, but I will.
Hold on, Andrea. I got your back. You don't understand what she's saying? Look.
All right, guys. So you saw that. You heard that. Andrea on the panel, that's the female you heard talking. She started off saying that she does not want to get married, right? Then she went on to say the only reason that she does or would get married or would want to get married is because she wants structure, to have a baby. She's like, I guess to have a baby and to see what that would be like to have that structure in the household, so on and so forth. And she goes on to say that she wants to do it for this reason, that reason, right? Bunch of hogwash, right? She is definitely confused and uncertain about getting married, right? She's definitely confused and uncertain about getting married. We're going to watch this next clip and watch this other girl give her perspective on it. Let's get into this.
We're trying to explain that that's because of society. And I think, is it Trev?
Yes.
Like, I think you have to consider the fact that that's the only thing women were ever told. So at this point, we don't know if it's an original idea of their own and something they inherently want, or it's just something that they've been conditioned to want because that's all they've ever been told. So I think that's kind of when women are telling you, maybe I don't want that. You only think they do the same reasons a lot of them think they do, because that's what society told them since they were little girls and sold them on TV and in magazines and cartoons. And so we've been like programmed to think that this is the quote unquote proper way to live, right? But you're not leaving room for the fact that everyone doesn't subscribe to that.
Totally agree.
So this is from Pew Research.
All right, guys, so you saw that, you heard that. The female talking said basically this is something that women have been taught since they were little girls, that they should get married, they're supposed to get married, so on and so forth, right? The society taught them this, right? The society taught them this. Let me go ahead and break this down. That is actually not 100% true, right? That is actually not 100% true. I say that the majority of women have a genuine desire to get married, right? Not because society tells them they should, but the majority of women out here have a genuine desire to get married. Now, are there some women who don't care to get married, who don't want to get married? Sure, it's a very small percentage though. It's a very small percent of women who truly feel this way, right? Now, the best way for me to break this down, let's take marriage in the natural sense, in the rawest form, right? Down to the base of what it is, what it means. Let's take it down to its rawest form, right? It is a man and a woman being bonded together for the rest of their lives. That's the intention of it, right? For a man and a woman to be bonded together for the rest of their lives, right? Now that might entail having children, living together, joining lives together, so on and so forth, right? But for the most part, it's a man and a woman bonding together for the rest of their lives. Now, when you think about that concept, is that something that the society pushes, or is that something that's natural? Right? Think about it. Is it something that the society pushes, or is that something that is natural? I'll tell you. That is something that is natural. Even from elementary school, right? Let's go all the way back. It is more likely for girls to have crushes on little boys, right? That is more the case than the other way around. It is more likely for little girls to have a crush on a particular boy in the classroom, so on and so forth, than it would be the other way around. Now, whether that's the bad boy in the class clown, the guy who looks a certain way, whatever the case may be. But it is common for little girls to have a crush on a little boy. That is common, right? So just take it from its rawest form. These girls have a genuine desire for these boys. They want to be bonded to this boy. Now, they don't know what marriage is as far as the legal side of it. You know, putting it on paper, assets involved, so on and so forth. But just from the rawest form of bonding with the opposite sex, just take it in its rawest form, wanting to bond with that opposite sex. That is a natural thing. That is not something that the society taught. Now, if you say little girls like pink and boys like blue, I might say, yeah, the society got a big part in why that is, right? They push that on them. Or little girls maybe playing with a dollhouse, right? You might can make an argument, well, yeah, the society kind of pushed them towards playing with certain toys, right? You can make that argument. But when it comes to marriage and things of that nature, no, that's natural. That's natural in its rawest form. In its rawest form. Women want to bond with men. That is in their nature. They want to bond with men. They want the protection of men, right? They want that man to be a problem solver. They want that man to be a provider in some way, shape, or form, right? They want that man to be able to procreate, right? Those are 4 P's. Protect, provide, problem solve, procreate. That is what the majority of women want from men. That is a natural thing. Later in that video, she tried to say things like, oh, well, just like the society tells you that a man can't hit a woman. She said the society says that a man can't hit a woman. Okay, now why is that? Everything is for a reason. Why is that? It's because the man typically is a lot stronger than a woman. He's a lot mightier than a woman. A man can destroy a woman. A man can kill a woman with his bare hands. It usually doesn't work the other way around, right? So again, is that more natural? Is that more nature? Is that more biology? Or is that what the society is? No. That's biology. The fact that a man shouldn't hit a woman, right? Even if you go back to a woman wanting to be married or bonded to a man, right? Remember, even if you go biblical, that's not the society, right? Genesis 2:18. It says that no man should be alone. So God created the woman to be a suitable helper. He created a woman to be a suitable helper to a man, right? If you tap into 1 Corinthians 11:3, the head of every woman is a man, right? The head of every woman is a man. Ephesians 5:22 through 25. Wives, submit to your husbands. Husbands, love your wives, right? This is not all a societal thing, right? I'm proving to you that this is natural. This is a natural thing for women to want to get married, for women to want to be bonded to a man. Now, there are different components to marriage that I can see women wanting to fight against, right? Depending on who the man is and what he expects out of that woman, whether it's certain duties, whether it's having kids. Maybe she don't want to have all these kids, right? Maybe it's a certain lifestyle she want to live, and marriage kind of goes against that, right? When you get into the different components, then I can see women arguing. I don't want to be tied down. I don't want to this. I don't want to that. When it comes to that stuff, they could argue, okay, I don't want to be married because of this and because of this and because of this. But in the rawest form, right? Being bonded to a man. Now, a lot of times you might have to frame what kind of man this is. Maybe you got to paint this man out to be the man of her dreams, right? But in its rawest form, women by and large want to be bonded to a man, right? Now, it's got to be the quote unquote right man for her. But in its rawest form, women want to be bonded with men, right? So this is not just something that the society has thrown on them, although many of them would say that. If anything, a lot of women are going against what is natural, and they're leaning into what the society, right? So the society is telling them to, be independent, right? Go out here and do your own thing. Get to the bag. That's what they're doing. That's what the society is telling them to do nowadays, right? The society nowadays is telling them to not get married, to go out here and do their own thing. That's what the society is telling them now. It's not really pushing them into marriage. Not like that. It's there, right? It's there. But the society is pushing women to do the opposite. Woman power. Do your own thing. Get your own bag. Be independent. You don't need a man. That's what the society is pushing women to do. Not get married. I mean, wake up out here. There's a whole gender war going on, right? There's a whole live gender war going on. So the society is pushing you actually to go against marriage, right? That's why a lot of men are having a hard time finding a woman that's worthy of marriage. Come on, let's be real, guys. Let's be real. So it's a bunch of hogwash when these women try to make these, it's only because of the society. I don't want to get married. It's only the society. I don't want to get married. The society is telling you to do the opposite of marriage, right? When are we going to wake up? When are you going to wake up? It is natural for a woman to want to be married. That is a natural thing. So women out here who are saying the opposite, stop the cap. Stop the cap. But that's all I got for you guys. Like this video. Share this video. Leave a comment in the comment section. I could be off on this one. Again, subscribe to the YouTube, Speaks the Beast. We are growing fast. This is going to be a powerful community. I need you all to join me in this fight. Join me in this fight. And remember, guys, keep God first. As it says up here in the scripture, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Joshua 24:15. I love you all. Be blessed.